defined as a managerial accounting method that allows business to determine the overall profit generated by customer. It focuses on analyzing profit per customer rather than profit per product. So a profitable customer is someone who generates a revenue stream greater than the cost of their acquisition, selling, and serving. According to Hassan and Tabassum 2018, customers are treated as intangible assets. So CPA plays as an important role as the economic unit move from a product-centered approach to a customer-centered approach. Customers are important to the firm that should be valued and managed. So a proper CPA should involve every touch point a customer has with the company, including customer service contact, return, and also custom fulfillment costs. For determination of CPA, there are 4 categories to determine. The first one is customer revenue. Customer revenue refers to the revenue that is generated by the customer, which generally the most straightforward category to determine. Company usually have information that captures sale or revenue which related to the specific customer. This include customer discount, rebates, and other deduction. The overall revenue generated over the entire customer is attributed to most of the business growth. Second, customer specific cost. Customer specific cost is a cost that are driven primarily by the needs or demand of a particular customer. Third, asset opportunity cost. Asset opportunity costs refer to the costs that can be assigned to customer. Those costs assigned are based on the asset of the company which consumed by customer. This include fixed assets such as machinery and equipment, and working capital such as inventory and account receivable. For customer product cost refers to the largest cost category which usually calculate or estimate by every company. Sometimes the company calculate product cost for analytical purpose, which is different from those used by accountant in value inventory. In fact, many companies have a product costing system in which there is a varying level of management confidence. Next is objective of CPA. The first one is to provide to organization management with the understanding of each customer profitability. Grouping this information into customer profitability segment will allow the company to take different target action and also strategy against different profitability segment, having as a target to increasing the company's total profitability. Second, to investigate reason why company needs to adopt customer profitability analysis, because it will help manager to present profitable new products and services, analyze profitable customer, and also to deal with discount to achieve more sales with the lower operating costs. Third, to analyze the step to measure the customer profitability analysis. Measuring customer profitability is important for continued business success because it will help to determine whether certain customers are costing money rather than making money. Once company have a framework in place to measure this, it will become easy to company to analyze customer profitability.
Hi, I'm Amira Fazana binti Suhaimi and I will explain the reason why company needs to adopt CPA. First, to be more focused and determined, CPA should increase profit and enhance their competitiveness. CPA helps the marketer and the business owner understand the net profit coming from each individual customer. It also helps business owner to understand which customer will bring more profit to the company and drive up the company profit. Second, to increase productivity across the organization. We can better understand which prospects are going to help our business most and tailor our sales efforts accordingly, so this will help in focus on the right client who value and pay for company's products or services. With a CPA, we can get a picture who those prospects are and how to reach them. Lastly, provide understanding about CPA. When the companies know which segment is profitable and non-profitable, then they will take this valuable information and make a managerial decision towards the organization and improve on the organizational profitability. The customer that you thought was the most important might be the lower value to the organization than others. So, these findings can also help shape and shift your business strategy to keep your initiative and goals. Strategic decision making is one of the advantages of CPA. Customers who generate high profit and costs that can be reduced, which allow the management to make serious decisions. CPA also provide useful information for customer related decisions including pricing, discounting, and marketing decisions. Proper planning needs to be done so that the cost can be reduced and profits can be generated. CPA can also improve profitability of the business. CPA helps identifying the most profitable customers and focus on their resources effectively and helps in a better development of a marketing strategy as well as helps in adopting strategies to discourage unprofitable customers by setting for minimal order quantity or charging for delivery on orders below a certain value whereby some of the costs are passed to the customers. Next, we have these advantages of CPA. CPA will only reveal information based on things that happened in the past but will not be able to predict what the customer are likely to do in the future. It is usually assigned based on production of each type of product, but since this is CPA and not product analysis, so it will be difficult to determine the cost for each customer. So, basically, profit is calculated based on each product or service, but CPA require management to consider both the products and services by each customer. It depends on the mix of products or service accepted. Thus, the greatest drawback of CPA is that the analysis is used only on specific products and may overlook the combination purchases and unintentionally omitted any of sales generated from particular customers.
CPA is generally approached by segmenting the customer base to determine the revenues and costs attributable to each segment. This is usually combined with an activity-based costing approach. Once the profitable and non-profitable segments are being identified, the profitable segments are maximized, while the non-profitable segments are reduced or eliminated. There are 6 key steps in this process, which is the first step is customer segmentation. The basis for customer segmentation will vary between companies and industries. There are 2 basic approaches to customer segmentation. The first one, they use demographic segmentation depending on the different characteristics such as geographic area, customer age, gender, and income level. Second is psychographic segmentation based on customer demand and behavior such as values, attitudes, and interests. The second step is revenue allocated to each segment. The annual revenue for each identified segment will be calculated depend on the products or services offered by the company. The adjustments to the price paid for the customer for a product or service must be included the discounts, service fees, or product enhancements fees. This is to determine the true amount of revenue generated by each customer and the aggregated amount calculated for the customer segment. The third step is calculate the cost attributable to each segment using activity-based costing. The annual cost is determined by each segment. This will include both directly attributable product or service costs as well as customer costs such as overhead, marketing, sales, and distribution costs. These customer costs such as quality control and inspection costs, order picking, order fulfillment, and customer ordering costs are frequently hidden. Thus, activity-based costing is an efficient method in order to allocate both types of costs to customers. Next is analyze the profitable versus the less profitable or unprofitable customer segments. The profitable customer segments will be identified by which annual revenues exceed annual costs. A more accurate analysis could include calculating profitable over the lifetime of each customer segment. It is because the profitability of customer segments is likely to vary from year to year. The fifth step is develop strategies to maximize profits from profitable customers and reduce or eliminate less profitable or non-profitable customers. These steps involves detailed planning around development of long-term customer relationship for increased revenues and thus profitability, such as customer retention and loyalty programs. Two main actions are used to address the least profitable or non-profitable customer groups. The first one is elimination, discontinuing supply to these customers. This can be accomplished by ceasing marketing to these customers, changing the product or services so that it is no longer suitable for them, or raising prices. Second is re-engineering, converting the least profitable or non-profitable customer groups into profitable ones through either increased revenue or cost reductions attributable to these groups, or both. For examples, it can include charging extra fees to services or charging different prices based on customer segment. The last step is review the impact of the new strategies on the performance of the customer segments. Any new strategies such as changes in pricing, cost reduction or customer service should be reviewed after a reasonable period of time. It is because to determine the impact of customer profitability.
Okay, next we're going to proceed the real business that will implement the customer profitability analysis. Some of the company they use ABC methods, which is activity-based costing, as to measure the customer profitability. For example, the company that use ABC method to measure CPA is Telekom Malaysia Berhad. Before going to proceed further, let me make a short introduction about Telekom Malaysia Berhad. Telekom Malaysia Berhad is a telecommunication service company that was based in Malaysia and established on 1984. So the company really aims to be the largest broadband company in Malaysia. So with the advancement of technology, the telecommunication industry can be the center of industries through continuous improvement in communication, and with the faster connectivity, it may change the landscape on how people can connect and communicate with each other. Activity-based costing is a costing method that identifies activities in an organization and segmented the cost according to the actual consumption by each activity. ABC methods has implemented in 1996 by the Finance Division of TM within an corporation. The purpose of implementation ABC is to identify the non-value added activities and also the tasks that were ineffective. This also helps the manager to form a precise decision as to unravel any issue that will arise within the company. The factors of TM implementing the ABC methods is because of the increases in competitions. Because TM had to lower their product cost as to remain competitive within the market. It also encouraged the TM to implement the ABC methods when the critical issue of overtime costs will arise, even though that the workers were underutilized. Next is because the changes of business structure, as the management identified that the current costing system wasn't reliable and appropriate for the new business structure. They serve their customer based on their profitability. There are two profitable customers, which is include Malaysian household and individual and small and medium enterprise (SME). For Malaysian household and individuals, the TM really focus on the customer needs and requirement in communications and the entertainment. For example, they offer a unified package as to provide the communication of internet and also Wi-Fi. For small and medium enterprise (SME), so they provide the broadband, data connectivity, and business tools to SME business. This is as to support the SME in order to spread their business over the countries.
In competitive market nowadays, business owner will have to search for ways to maintain its long-term profitability. As consumer behavior constantly changing, there is no guarantee that they will remain loyal with the same brand if they do not find the brand up to their satisfaction. Thus, it is safe for the business owner to improve their strategy. If the business owner fail to meet this expectation, means they will lose their customer to other competitors. Sometimes business owner forget that the customer also a person that have different ways of thinking. In order to obtain a useful information from them, we must develop a friendly relationship with them first. It can be start with always giving out smile, asking simplest thing like how are you sir, or may I help you. This act may look straightforward, but it is hard to keep doing it unless the employee is self-motivated to do it. Not only that, these days, customers are hyper-connected. Social media platform had been a place where they will share and give reviews on the brand product that they use to their followers. Viral content will also impact the brand name depending on the negative or positive reviews from these customers. Business owner must be alert with the trend in social media to keep the customer interest. For example, company can interact with the customer using the trending topic. This will show that the company is interested in public opinion and can relate with them. Besides that, customer will directly complain or ask question from this social media platform. So it is wanted for the company to make sure that their customer service is fast. So the company must engage and respond to the customer request faster so that the customer satisfied with their service. Second point is information technology. The company can try to develop new technology or software which can further enhance their company existing abilities to collect and analyze data. The company will have to always update the system in order to have a flawless software flow which can decrease the technical error. Frequently, unprofitability is the result of pricing errors. This is because company lack accurate record system in their services. Besides that, by developing new technology or software, it can also decrease customers' time during purchasing process because there will be no lagging or buffering during the purchasing process, which can help to secure the system and obtain the customer trust. The third point is cost to serve component. Cost to serve analysis is a key instrument in improving a firm profitability. Knowledgeable in the cost to serve of your individual customer request can be helpful to companies, especially as customer demand increase. It helps companies to identify opportunity in order to increase or recover their profit instead of cutting losses. Besides that, it also helps the company to identify opportunities by shifting customers' buying action in ways that are relatively trivial to them. Besides that, your knowing the company cost to serve of each product and each customer also allow the company to have better control in various commercial strategies. The company may decide to make a mixed approach of obtaining overall profit, but also must bear some unprofitable sales as part of the service. For example, company can maximize their profit on the product that they sell but provide free delivery for the purchase.